Not knowing these 4 things might potentially wreck your entire entrepreneurial journey. And I learned these 4 things from years of doing my own thing as a freelancer and entrepreneur, and also having spent thousands of dollars on my own mentors, coaches, courses, books, etc. I want you to take these 4 things that I've learned along that journey, and hopefully they will help you and keep you on the path so you don't dip out and not get where you want to go. Does it sometimes feel like people come online and they just blow up overnight? Suddenly they start a business and they're making $10,000 2 weeks later, and you're like, what the hell? Like, why is this happening to them and why is it not happening to me? I've been working at this, I've been working at that, and I'm not there yet. Something that's really important to realize, and this helped me a lot in regards to my mindset, is that being an entrepreneur or being a successful business owner and entrepreneur, it's a series of skills. It's not just one skill. There's a lot of different things you have to get to a minimum level of experience to actually succeed. For example, sales and marketing, extremely important when it comes to being a business owner and an entrepreneur. But also things like mindset, being able to focus, being productive, actually being able to deliver the service that you're offering at a high enough level. And even if you're not delivering it yourself, being able to hire the right people who can deliver it. All of these things are skills, and you need all of these things to become a success. So when you see people blowing up overnight and you're like, what the hell? Like, we're learning from the same people potentially. It could be just that they've stacked the necessary skills already and you're maybe missing 1 or 2 of them. So don't let that discourage you, because maybe it's not this current coach or this current book or this current course, but maybe the next one is that skill that you're going to get. It also takes good awareness, now knowing this, to sit down and think, okay, what skills might I potentially be lacking? Where have I not got one skill potentially up to a minimum level that I need to succeed? Maybe that means you need to get a sales coach. Maybe there's one specific skill or 2 specific skills that you haven't built up to a significant level to actually get the results that you want. So take conscious awareness and sit every now and then and think, what could I potentially work on? Am I maybe just continuously trying to improve the same skill over and over, which is already good enough? And this can happen to a lot of people who are also technical programmers, people who build software, things like that. When we work with a coach or you buy a book or a course on a certain topic, that's important to remember that course or coach, they are specialized in one specific topic or one specific skill. Maybe they do talk about other things in the book. Maybe it's a sales book, but they talk about product delivery, or they talk a little bit about the general side of marketing. But that's not where they're specialized. They are specialized in sales, for example. And just adding on what I was talking about, in that being an entrepreneur or being a successful business owner, it requires a series of skills. It's a stack of skills. So it's important to remember that if you work with a coach or a mentor or a book, they probably aren't going to be able to teach you everything you need, especially if you are just starting on a fresh business journey. If you are already quite skilled in quite a few things because you've maybe worked before or you've had the right people around you, maybe you do just need that one skill and that coach can give that to you. But it's just important to manage your expectations that one coach, course, or book is probably not going to be able to teach you everything you need to know to hit those minimum thresholds to succeed. And again, this comes back to that awareness of, even if you see someone just blowing up overnight with the same coach or the same book that you're reading or the same coach you're working with, you must think, am I learning the necessary skill from this person that I'm missing? Are they the right coach for what I actually needed at this time? So again, it takes that awareness of just realizing that maybe that coach was what that other person needed, but not necessarily what you needed right at that moment, or you still need to stack some more skills to get where you want to go. I sometimes used to get very frustrated when I'd see these 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 22-year-olds jumping up on YouTube and being like, I made $50,000 this month, or I've already made $1 million at this age. And you're like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Why are all these super young people doing so well, so quickly? And like, why is my journey slower? I'm 10 years older than them, for example. And again, what I've been talking about, it all ties together. It's less important how old someone is versus how long they've been on the journey and what skills have they been stacking. Because what I found when I started to listen to a lot of podcasts with these like super young guns who were blowing up really quick at 18, 20, 22, making a lot of money, you find out that they've been building businesses and starting side hustles since they were like 12. They were like the kids starting lemonade stands and like flipping sneakers and selling stuff online from like 12, 13. And they also had the right parents around them who were promoting them, supporting them to build these businesses, or they were going with their parents to the office and they would learn some business skills and how people interacted. They were still stacking all those skills along that timeline. So it's important to remember that seeing these 18-year-olds or these 20-year-olds suddenly blowing up, they've just had more time in the game. So if you are, say, a 30-year-old, or you start in your late 30s or your 40s, obviously it sucks that maybe you're starting a bit later than you wanted, but it's just important to think about, where are you on the actual business journey? Where have you been picking up the necessary skills that you need? Starting later can even be an advantage, because if you've worked in a business for a long time, you probably picked up a lot of stuff in regards to operations, service delivery, sales, marketing, depending which department you're in. So it's just important to remember, it's not necessarily the age of someone, it's just how long have they been on the journey and what skills have they been stacking. And again, thinking that in 5 years time, as long as you stack the correct skills, there is no reason that you shouldn't be where they are in regards to earnings or what they've produced. It's not the age, it's just where they are in their journey. I don't know about you, but I'm a pretty analytical person, like very analytical, very logical. I study computer science, so I like to think in things in very detailed ways, very like straightforward step-by-step ways. And I worked with several coaches over time, or I've watched a lot of people's different stuff, and what they say just didn't quite gel with me a lot of time. I didn't understand the words they used, the way they saw the world or the frameworks didn't really resonate with me. What I realized is that's nothing necessarily wrong with what they're teaching, because a lot of people are teaching the same stuff, but they're teaching it in a way that makes sense to them, in a way that their brain can actually process it. And a big part of coaching, in my opinion, investing in a coach or buying a course or buying a book and finding someone that you like to learn from, is a lot of that. It's, do they see the world or describe the world in the same words that you use? Do they think the same way? Does their brain work the same way as you? Very logical, or maybe more creative, and they like to draw things out. So I realized it's very important to find coaches, books, and mentors who really resonate with you. And not one person is going to be for everyone. It wouldn't make sense for one person to be a good fit for everyone. So really trying out different people, in my opinion, if you want to get a coach or a mentor or learn from different people, is check out a couple of people's different things. And if the way they speak about the world or the way they describe the world or what they're teaching makes sense to you, then go with that person. A lot of people are teaching the same things, but it's their personality and the way they deliver it is what makes them unique. And you just need to find that right person for you. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes two people can work with the same coach or read the same book, but it just didn't quite gel for the one person. It could just come down to the way that the person uses their words or how they see the world and how their brain works. So you really have to spend a bit of time finding that person who's going to work really well for you. Again, these 4 lessons or these 4 realizations I had have really helped me in my journey. I've been at it for a couple of years now, but if you're just starting out, just remembering that we are all on our own journeys. We all start at different times. We're all starting with different skills. And also sometimes it takes a couple of coaches or a couple of courses or books to find that one that really fits and resonates with you in the words they use and the way their brain works and the frameworks and models that they use. If you want to get more productive and also feel more fulfilled with what you're doing each day on your journey, then you can actually check out this other video I put out that I found has really helped me in the last couple of weeks in regards to making my days feel more productive, feeling happier, and also getting more done and feeling fulfilled.